everyone. This is Point of View with Shirley, Cleester, and Eula. And I am using these two devices. My laptop is on the blink temporarily, and so I am in here with my tablet and my phone, and I'm looking for Cleester, and she's probably waiting on me to let her in. I'm trying here, please. So if you're there, just give me just a little chance to get you in here. But today, Cleus is talking about using what you have to make the best of it. So this is Tuesday. It is the 16th of November in the year 2021. And I'm saying to first, I want to say, dear God, as we sit before you to speak, I pray to you that our souls you will keep. And if we shall before we finish, we pray to you that any outstanding sins will be forgiven. And I'm looking for Clee. I don't see her yet. I'm looking for her, and I hope there's not an echo. But I have, so let me see if she's in here yet. I don't. It's still connecting on the tablet. So just in case, so I want to say happy anniversary. I think this is 14 years that our nephew Jordan and his wife Michelle have been married. 14 years. Isn't that a blessing? Happy anniversary to both of you. We love you so much. And then on, I think it was Sunday, Damita, our niece Damita, who's Jordan's sister, and her husband Keith celebrated their marriage anniversary, their wedding anniversary too. It's just a blessing. Happy anniversary to your niece and nephew and your wife and husband. Happy anniversary. It's a wonderful thing. Marriage is beautiful. It's beautiful. When it's good, it's beautiful. And I would admonish and advise anyone to make the best of your marriage. I tell you, I was so thankful for Elder Davis. We had a great marriage, and I thank God for that. I thank God for that. So I'm going to see if there she is. There it is. Hey,
I'm
Rita.
just congratulating everybody and didn't ask if I want a husband. Huh? Whoa, you sound like a guitar.
Wait a minute.
Okay, there you go.
Okay. So, have you been here from the beginning? I didn't see you.
Now, I've been here about a minute.
Oh, okay. So
Huh?
tell us your
I just
subject. I hope I got it right. I said Generation X versus Generation Z, I
millennials, the
think.
millennials.
The millennials. So that gets
Cultural
Z
difference between Generation X and the millennials.
and the millennials. Okay, I'll have to go correct that. So okay, and mine is making the best of what you have with what you got. Okay.
Hello.
Um, so I'm going to go here and find 20 timeless. I think I can go out of the studio now here because I don't want to have an echo. I'm going to go out on my, okay, how to make the most out of life. Here are 20 timeless tips. And so, hello, everybody. I don't see anybody watching yet, but I know we're live. So we're on
Yeah, hello.
YouTube, Facebook, um, Twitch, Twitter, and LinkedIn. So we're on those today. So 20 timeless tips to make the most out of life. Are you looking at Facebook?
I'm going to it now.
Okay, to
Let's see
see
it
if we're
work.
on there. Okay,
Uh,
because it says that we're live.
yes, yes, we're
So,
live.
okay, the first step to making the most out of life is deciding what you hope to accomplish. That's first step. Okay, there is no right or wrong answer. Some people tell you, you got to do it this way, you got to do it that way, you have to do it this way.
Mhm.
And that's how I feel about anniversaries and the times that you celebrate and all that. because people tell you, well, you celebrate your 5th, you celebrate your 10th, you celebrate your 15th, you celebrate your 20th, you celebrate however, and this is what you do on this day.
And you give this. What you
I
said?
had a
Guitar.
okay, it keeps saying that I'm getting a problem, having a problem.
Okay.
Okay, and so what I did, if I had tried to wait on 10, let me see, 15 years to celebrate, or 25 years for a silver anniversary for Ella Davis and
Yep.
me, we wouldn't have made it.
Yep.
We would not have made it when we were married 5 years. To me, that was a milestone.
One is a milestone for me.
That was a milestone, and we celebrated 5 years as if it was the 25th anniversary.
Hello.
And we enjoyed it so much. We had a luncheon or a supper at one of the cafeterias here with the church, and we just had a nice celebration. We had a wonderful celebration. So I thank God that He led me to do that. So it says, making the best of what you have at the time that you have it. There are no right or wrong answers. You don't have to try to wait just because society and just because the rules say you got to wait and celebrate your 25th silver anniversary after you married 25 years. Honey, if you want your silver anniversary to be the first month you're married, you celebrate that. Okay, so maybe you're looking for a fulfilling relationship that brings you joy. Maybe you want to become fit and healthy so you can be a positive example that your children can look up to. Maybe you're ready to eliminate the personal stress that is limiting your potential. The following timeless tips will help you accomplish all of these things. So are you ready to make the most of life? All right, let's do it. Number one, creativity trumps book smarts every time. And it really does. So many people have book smarts. They have no common sense. You understand what I'm saying? They don't have any common sense.
Yep.
The greatest minds are not filled with facts, but creativity. The ease of access in the information age has eliminated any need for people who fill their brains with facts that could be discovered via a simple internet search. Those who innovate will rise above those who regurgitate. I like that.
Regurgitation.
Those who innovate will rise above those who regurgitate. And this is, let me give the props. This is lifehack.org. And this is by Daniel Watson. Daniel Watson. Okay, number two. The rules are meant to be broken. The rules are meant to be broken. Now, I'm not going back to some things we talked about this morning. Some rules you just don't break, okay?
Hello.
The rules are meant to be broken. If you obey all the rules, you miss all the fun, and that's so true. Katharine Hepburn said that. So why should you follow a list of rules without questioning their validity? You shouldn't. That's right. So when you get ready to break a rule, you make sure you question the validity of the rule. And am I going too far if I break this rule? Am I to break this rule at this time? Sometimes the time might not be right. Okay? Now, policies and procedures do have their place in large organizations where quality control and compliance must be considered, but you should make a habit of questioning everything. Rules are meant to be broken. How else do you think progress happens? I remember when I was working at Johnson & Johnson, I worked there, 18 and a half years. And so we would have these meetings and we would call in people and pay people thousands of dollars to come in and give us pointers and tips and all of this and tell us what would be the best procedure, the best strategy to do this and
marketing. It sounds like a guitar.
What's that thing coming across?
Okay.
That's the thing coming across. And what I said to them is that we have people here among us who have knowledge. They have skills.
Mhm.
They can conduct these, and they can head these meetings and everything, and we can work out things within our own plant and do things. And do you know they adopted that and started using our people on the inside, and it worked very well. And I'm not saying they stopped bringing people in altogether, but
Right.
then they started using us and using the people that we had in there, and it
Mm.
was really, really working. I suggested that. And they took it and they ran with it. So rules are meant to be broken, but you have to question everything. Okay, is this the right time to make this point? Is this the right time to break this rule? Whatever. It all has to be in the right timing. The right timing. So how else do you think progress happens? You are inferior to no other person. And you know, we grew up, we're inferior to no
No one.
one else.
Oh,
No one can make you feel inferior without your consent. Now,
oh.
Eleanor Roosevelt said that.
So
That
he left the
person,
vote.
right? That person, and you know what I dreamed about? That was last night. I think I dreamed about mom and daddy. I think it was last night. It was just like, you know, they were here.
Yep.
Okay, because you know we've been thinking about them, you
A
know,
lot.
with
Yeah.
the last day and what's going on, and so I want to mention PJ.
What he do?
That mind, that mind.
You talking about your
He
husband?
he always
PJ, yeah.
says the right things at the right time.
Yeah. That's my
And
son.
I was thinking about
Wait, you sound like a guitar. You think about what?
what he's. Wait a minute, there it is again. See, every time that thing comes up, say we have connection problems. And
Uh-huh.
then, and so he said, he told his cousin, he said, it's getting down to the wire.
Yep.
He said, we're going to be the ones in
That's
charge.
what he said. Yes, he
That's
did.
what he
That's
said.
what he
Every
said.
time
Yes.
he is so seasoned. I just had to say that. I had the time and the place for things. You use what you
Uh-huh.
have to make the best with what you got. What he was telling them, this is it. You know, we have got to start preparing ourselves
Yeah.
to do what we need to do
To do
and
what?
make sure that we have it right. You
Uh-huh.
know, so oh my goodness. Oh, they were, I'm telling you, that person you feel inferior to, get it out of your head. They are not luckier than you. Their brain is not more powerful than yours. They were
Mhm.
not blessed with a skill set that you couldn't develop. Do you really think successful people got where they are today by sheer luck? Do you think they achieved their ambitious goals overnight without setbacks along the way? Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team because he wasn't good enough. And now the dude is filthy, filthy, filthy rich
From
off
basketball.
of basketball. Now, look at me. You know I don't know how to do that next thing. But anyway, I don't want to hurt
I
myself.
know.
You can do it. The Beatles were rejected from a studio label because they had no future in show business. And look at them. All of them, even the families that are left from the ones who have already gone into judgment, they're rich. But they
Yeah.
were rejected at first.
Uh-huh.
For sale. Huh. J.K. Rowling, the author of the world famous Harry Potter series, encountered rejection after rejection for a full year before a
Mhm.
publisher finally agreed to accept her work. The difference between winners and losers is simple. Winners keep moving forward no matter what trials they face, while users give up at the drop of a hat.
Mhm.
You don't lose until you quit. So don't quit. Hi, everybody. I see we have 3 people
Yes.
watching us. Okay, number 4. And it could be more than that. Sometimes these accounts are not accurate on here.
Right, right,
So
right.
slow
Hey,
down.
Marita. Sally.
That is a hey.
Hey,
Slow
Sally.
down and bask in the pleasure of living. There is more to life than increasing its speed, and that's by Mahatma Gandhi. Why are you in such a hurry all the time? And people just hurry, 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 hurry. They want to hurry you out of the way. And then the next thing you know, they almost run over you, get in front of you, and then you catch up with them along the way.
Yeah.
It's like people on the highway.
Yeah.
People on the streets, they're just rushing, blah, 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 try to get you out of their way. And then you come to the light and there they sit.
There they sit, right? Right.
Child, please. The world will not end if you have to stand in line at the grocery store. Driving like a maniac to save 2 minutes does not make any sense. Tugging your dog on its leash and fussing at it to hurry up
Hurry up.
is
Yeah.
inconsiderate since it spends so much time of its day indoors. Exercise must your patience muscles by choosing to stand in the longest line in the grocery store, leaving your I'm trying to get my font up. I got it up. Leaving your house 10 minutes early so you can sound like one again because that thing just came up.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay. Uh-huh. So taking your time will give you a much needed break from the constant hustle of the daily grind. Breathe deeply. Quiet your inner chatter and take a moment to simply be. Just take a moment. This is talking about making the best. Making the best. What happened? Am I still here?
Yeah, you still there.
Okay, making the best of what you have. Making the best of what you have. There I am. Okay. Number 5, upset by wrongdoing, do something about it. Right. Do something about it. Now we must all fear evil men, but there is another kind of evil which we must fear most, and that is the indifference of good men. And that's the Boondock Saints. Have you seen that show, Boondock Saints?
Yes. Yes.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's a good movie. That's a
Uh-huh.
good movie.
Uh-huh. Complaining about the world's ills on Facebook and Twitter does nothing to bring about positive change. If you are truly upset by what you see as evil or wrong, do something about it. Join a movement or a protest that you are passionate about. Write
Mm-hmm.
blogs and create videos that will mobilize people to your cause. Call your congressman and tell him how you feel about upcoming votes. If you're not willing to take a stand, you have no right to complain. And just like what is my spoken word, just because you hear the silence, that doesn't mean that I'm being quiet. And if people will listen, they will hear what I'm saying. Just because you hear the silence, that doesn't mean that I'm being quiet. And people, the thing about so support somebody, here it goes again,
You're right.
somebody that they don't know, somebody who will never be a benefit to them. They would
Mm-hmm.
rather support those people than support the people that they know. And I think but Jesus in the scriptures, he said, what is prophet is not honored in his own country. People will not receive you. Your people, your very own people that are around you every day will not receive you like somebody far away will. And so what this is telling us, just because it seems like you're not doing or accomplishing what you want to accomplish, don't stop. Don't stop because if you're enjoying what you're doing, you have a goal for what you're doing, you want it done, don't stop doing it. Don't get discouraged because people that you know that are around you don't support you. But somebody somewhere hears you. Somebody somewhere sees you. They do. And like last night, my niece Erica was telling me when my radio station, S Folk Radio, that's on the World Wide Web, that's on cupcake.citrus3.com. And it's like I tell people, you will really enjoy it if you go on there. You will really enjoy it. And so, and then, and as I was riding down to where I am now here in South Texas, I listened to it when KGGR got out of range. I was listening to Elder Clerkley, and I enjoyed him so much. Elder Michael O. Clerkley Sr. of the Lighthouse Church of God in SPOK radio on. And it was just as clear as satellite radio all the way down here, and it's playing like I don't know what. So getting to what I was getting ready to say, don't give up. So last night when we came out of the gym in Killeen, and I was letting Erica hear how good my station sounds. And so the song that uploaded it the other day, I finally got it to play on my radio station with Will It Be Too Late? And Erica, it was playing, it had rotated to that song. And Erica said that a friend of hers, she said, when I first sing, because you know how I do, when I create a song, I'll send, most of the times I send it to my board, which is you, PJ, Jennifer, Erica, Mitchell, Les, Timmy, Beck,
Right.
Bubba, Junior, Mario, Thada. I send it, Lan, Michael. I send it to my board and let you hear it, and then you critique it, tell me what it might need and everything. So I sent it to, when I sent it to Erica, she sent it to a friend of hers, and she said that he sings the song. He walks around. Will it be too late? Will it, will it be too late? She said he sings it and he said, are you sure you sure that's your aunt? So you don't know who's listening to you.
That's right.
You don't know who's watching you. Just because some people are so jealous and envious, the ones, many around you, not everybody, but many around the people are jealous and envious, and they will be watching and listening.
Yeah.
Michael, you his favorite on here, and then Pauletta down in where does Pauletta live? Waco.
Yeah.
Yeah, Waco. You Pauletta's favorite. So people are listening. They love you, Reedy. They love you. Ella Rowland, he's talking about, he said, because she's just herself. She's for real. You know what I mean? They know who I am, and they know that you be you, I be me. We don't play. We don't play around. We don't try to be who we're not. You understand? So you're being greedy, and I'm being me, and they love you. They love you. So people are watching and listening to us. So I'm not going to, what is it, 124? Okay, so I'm going to read these other ones. Number 6.
Mine is short. So keep on going.
Okay. These are not long comments. But anyway, it says, complaining about what's going on in the world, not going to do any good unless you're going to do something about it. And people complain about the elections.
There's no need.
Huh?
Ain't no need to complain about the elections.
But then you ask them, did you vote? No, I don't vote.
There you
What?
go.
What the what? they're complaining.
They're complaining. Yes. Yes.
Yes, do something about it. And I'm going to say this, they've redrawn the maps. They're gerrymandering, and the Republicans have drawn the maps so that the Democrats' votes will be scattered, and people will have to go way out of their neighborhoods. What
Mm-hmm.
it is, people have to go through extra processes, have to go through some trouble, have to make some special efforts to vote.
Yes. Yep.
Prepared now to go and vote.
Uh-huh.
Map out where you need to be and
That's it.
get there and vote.
Yep.
It's what the voting is what counts. The numbers count. Whether they split you up, whether your place might be 5 miles away for you to vote. You know now that they've messed it up for you. So what you do is you prepare yourself to get to where you can vote. And we can still have the power, just like we did. Okay?
Booyah. Well, they wasn't
Whether
expecting.
you're
They wasn't ready.
Republican or
They
Democrat.
wasn't ready for that
Huh?
one. They wasn't ready for that
Uh-uh.
one. They wasn't
Uh-uh.
ready. They
And so now they've split up the voting areas and spaces and spread them out for the people to make it harder for them. And some
yeah.
people say, oh,
Uh-huh.
it's too hard to get there. It's too
Yep.
much trouble to get to the polls.
Yep.
So I'm just not going to go. No, 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 no.
That's too far away.
Yes,
Yes.
prepare now to get to where you need to get to vote. Okay? Whether you're Republican, Democrat, Independent, whatever you are, prepare now to get to where you
That's
need to get
right.
to vote. Okay, now, okay, let's say if you have a problem, we can do something about it, didn't it? Okay.
Go ahead.
Number 6,
Go ahead.
regret nothing and do all the things. So I'd rather regret the things I've done than regret the things I haven't done. And that's Lucille Ball. Talking to a stranger you're physically attracted to isn't an easy thing to do. Writing a book or blog about that idea you can get out of your head requires hard work and dedication. A blog about the idea you can't get out of your head. So quitting your job to start a business you're passionate about does carry a risk. Neglecting to do these things carries the temporary benefit of comfort, but failing to act on your impulses could result in want to do, and you will, God, would you give me time to do it in the name of Jesus? Because there are many things, we have other goals. Even at our age, we thank God for our age. We thank God for our age, but I'm not counting it as an ending, but it's just an opportunity to do even more. And so how we can do it, we do. So talking to a stranger you're probably physically attracted to isn't an easy thing to do. Right? Oh, I said that, didn't I? Okay. Now let me go to this other here. Number 7, less thinking, more doing. Take time to deliberate, but when the time for action has arrived, stop thinking and go in. That's Napoleon Bonaparte. He said that you should educate yourself and consider your options before you make any decision, but don't become stuck in an eternal state of limbo. The more you agonize over a decision, the more paralyzed you will become. Gather the most relevant information you need to proceed and get to work. Number 8, you are not alone. Talent wins games, but teamwork and intelligence wins championships. That's of Michael Jordan. Okay. And I have no doubt that you are a brilliant individual who is capable of accomplishing plenty, but your odds for success will be much greater if you harness the power of teamwork. And see, I was just talking about music and the teamwork. We contribute. And y'all tell me, well, you could use a little bit of this, you could use a little bit of that, and then I go back and then I send it back to you. And you say,
Yep.
okay, there,
Yep.
and until we get it right.
Yes.
Hallelujah. Okay, so no one has all the answers, And anyone who thinks otherwise is cocky at best and disillusional at worst. Forth. Offer your support to a newcomer who you can be a mentor to, growing confidence in your abilities. It is easy to stagnate when you are alone, so surround yourself with people who will help you develop. And the key is help, okay? And
Mm-hmm.
the other word is develop, because some will, what's it, stifle? Is that what you say? They will try to stop you in your tracks. Child, I wouldn't do that. I don't think you can
Yeah,
do that.
oh, yeah.
Oh no, people not gonna buy that. People not gonna listen to that. And I go back to Barack Obama when the guy told him, suggested that he not run because he didn't have a chance of winning. And hey, he ran for
Booyah.
president and
Same
got
thing Ike
two
told Tina.
terms
Same
and
thing
had
Ike told
a
Tina.
huh?
Same thing Ike told Tina.
Uh-huh.
Like, yep.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So he made it and she did too.
Hello.
Okay. Now, so no one has all the answers, and anyone who thinks otherwise is cocky. I read that. Okay. So it is easier to stagnate when you are alone. So surround yourself with people who will help you. And then I say, I'm going back to my arena. Clee, what am I going to say? Don't.
Don't tell what to know what to tell.
That's right. Don't tell all you know,
But
but
know
know
what
what
to
to
tell.
tell.
That's
And
right.
so, what I have started doing here is because in life, throughout life, I have said to some people, I'm thinking about doing this. Oh yeah, I'm thinking about doing that too. Yeah, I was thinking about doing that too. So you know what? Outside my family, I go ahead and do what I'm.
Yep.
Then y'all be the first to know that I put it out or whatever it is.
Yep.
And then other people will catch on later. And do you know some people have the audacity to get a little ticked at you because you didn't tell them?
Yeah. Hello. Yes, they do. Come on. Yes, they do. Come on.
Hi, everybody. Hello, everybody. So view yourself from the eyes of another. Sometimes you can't see yourself clearly until you see yourself through the eyes of others. And Ellen DeGeneres said that. So anytime there is tension between you and another person, take a moment to look at the issue from their perspective. This simple action will offer a fresh perspective that will help you avoid pointless arguments over nothing. And see, I'm a person, I try to remove myself from a situation. If an argument seems like it's going to, here I go. Let me see. Nope. If an argument is going to arise, I don't want to argue with anybody. I don't want to argue with anybody because once you start arguing, I think that's it for the relationship. I really do, depending on who it is. I really do. Okay. So be grateful for what is right in front of you. Life moves pretty fast. You don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it. That's Ferris Bueller. We know about Ferris Bueller. What's that movie? Bueller's Day
Yes,
Off.
Bueller, day off. Yes,
He
ma'am.
skipped school, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Okay, but really, I'm going to stop there. That's number. Let me. That's
No,
number.
no, keep going because mine is short.
Okay. Here goes.
Very short.
When is the last time you expressed gratitude for all your blessings? It is easy to take things for granted. I'm grateful that I have a roof over my head, food on my table, a family that loves me, friends who care about me, the opportunity to write articles like this, an ability to express myself freely, a healthy body that can carry me throughout the world, and a dog who greets me with bursting enthusiasm every time I walk in the door. The next the next time you're feeling down, grab a notebook or pull up a Word document and make a list of the many things that you are grateful for. You might not realize it right this second, but I can bet you have a lot to be happy about. And that is so, so true. We have a lot to be happy about. If we can just sit down and just think, just take time to think about it. We have so much. I tell God, I thank you. And when I get on the highway, I say, God, I thank you for a reliable car. I thank you for a car that will get me to where I am. Thank you for the money to put gas in the car.
Hello.
Thank you for the health that I have, the strength, the knowledge, the mindset that I have, that I can drive the car and get to the destination that's before me. Thank you, God, that I'm able to do this. Many people take it for granted, and there are many people who would love to be able to just lift their finger. Just lift their finger and point, just like I'm doing now. There's some people who cannot do that for themselves. So we
Mm-hmm.
need to be even more thankful. Number 11, stay true to your authentic self. See, Clee, what I was talking about, you being authentic,
Uh-huh.
you're authentic. And I love it. And I think I'm authentic too, but we're two different types of authentic.
That's it.
Uh-huh. But
That's
we're
it.
who we are in who we are, in our own skin
Uh-huh.
and
Yep.
our mindset. And that's why I said, Rita had a hammer today. That day you had that hammer. And then I told him the other day, I said, Rita got what, upset or whatever is, how did I put it? I don't know how I put it, at her topic, and she started sweating. I love it. I love it, Rita. I love it. So to thine own self be true, and it must follow as the night the day, thou canst not then be false to any man if you're true to yourself. You can't be false to any man. That's William Shakespeare. Your daily life is not a theatrical performance, but some people act like it is. So stop treating it like one. People think they have to put on a show each and every day, but you don't. Be yourself. It's so
Man,
much better. There's no stress in being who you are. And if people don't want to accept you for who you are, then that is their loss.
baby, I'm trying
It's
to go.
bad for them if they can't accept you for who you are. Okay? Now they want you to accept them for who they are. And you could be saying, same thing I'm thinking about, same thing you're thinking about me, I'm thinking about you. But they don't think about
Amen.
that. Okay? They don't think about that.
That's
So
right.
your daily life is not a theatrical performance. So stop treating it like one. You wear all these masks depending on your current surroundings, and it has to be so very exhausting. Trying to pretend has to be very exhausting. Why do you feel like you have to put on such a charade or charade? Otherwise, share your unique thoughts, ideas, quirks, and personality traits with the world without an ounce of shame. People want you to be ashamed. They want you to be too shy to express yourself, afraid of other people. Because when you own up to who you are and you don't try to put on airs for anybody, that means that you have power.
Booyah.
You have power. And many people are afraid of powerful people. But see, they don't get it. Instead of being envious and jealous, take on some of that energy, draw that energy from that powerful person and get some power for yourself.
Oh
People
yeah.
just don't look at things like they ought to.
Come on.
They look at it in the negative when they should be looking at it in the positive. If
They
she
don't.
can do that, if he can do that, then I know I can do it too. All I have to do is initiate the process and practice, practice, practice.
That's
And they tell us that practice makes perfect.
perfect. Hello.
Okay? Now, no one cares how much stuff you have. We spend money that we do not have on things we do not need
Yeah.
to impress people who do not care. And that's Will Smith. No one is impressed by your bank account, wardrobe, or elegant choice of home decor. Sure, you might get some oohs and ahs the instant you show off your stuff. But do you think, I'm thinking about something now, wait a minute. But do you think these people are so impressed that they think any better of you for it? Live
Mhm.
with truth and integrity. That's what
Mhm.
counts. Truth and style of your outfit impress no one. You know what is impressive? Your strength of character. And let me tell you something, and you already know reading. People can go to the Goodwill, the thrift stores,
Oh yeah.
dress up to you will never know that they bought that from
That's
the
right.
thrift store.
That
And there
is
are
right.
people out here bragging, oh, I went to whatever the most popular stores are now. You know, I don't shop much anyway, but if I have my mind on something, I will go to
And
get
get
that
it.
specific thing,
That's
and then
it.
I'm out of there.
That's it.
Now, if I go to a bookstore or if I go to a home, what is it, a home improvement store, or something like that, now I can get lost in that store, you know, whatever. But as far as shopping for clothes and shoes and things, I want to get in there and get it and get out. And so there are people who can dress, the thrift store can dress them. And you can never tell the difference
That's
between
right.
them and
That's right.
somebody who went and
That's
paid
right.
$2,000 for a suit and a hat, $5,000, whatever. You cannot tell the difference. Okay?
Yeah. Come
No
on.
one cares how much stuff you have. All right. Whew, am I getting wound up?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't get hot. Don't get hot.
The size of your bank account does not matter. Now, we do have what they call gold diggers, people,
Yes, ma'am.
gold diggers, and that can be a man or a woman.
Yes, they
So
sure
they
can.
always, you know what I said the other day, we get blamed for everything.
That's
But a gold digger can be a man or a woman.
right.
That's right. Okay, now, so you know what is impressive? Your strength of character. That's impressive. Number 13, don't merely expect God has given us this life. Take advantage of the chance and the time that God has given you and make the best of it. Demand more from
Amen.
life. You draw and pull from this life you have because I'm telling you, life is pulling from you. So you pull back and get the best out of life that you can get. You can't move mountains by whispering at them. All right? Move mountain. Move. Me and this telephone, I hit my little thing right, my little thing right here. But anyway, tell that mountain, I command you in the name of Jesus to be moved. And he said, the Bible said that we could command it and it'll move. Okay, so
Hello.
those mountains, will you please move for me? Oh, baby, tell that mountain to move. No, okay. Now that was a Pink. Pink said
Oh,
that. Oh, and speaking of Pink, is she the one that saw PJ downtown one day? Was
yes.
that was Pink, and she hollered
Yes.
at him?
She tried to get with him. Yeah.
Not hollered, not like,
No, she didn't holler.
oh,
She didn't
not
just
that kind
holler
of.
at him. She was trying to get with him. She was
Oh.
trying to get with him. And blocked it.
people people just don't know, do they, read it?
Usher blocked it. Usher, whatever his name is, he's a
Usher?
blocker. Yes, he blocked it.
Really?
Yes. He didn't
Was
want it.
he
He didn't want it to go down like that.
was he
No.
down there with her?
Yeah, no, he wasn't with her.
Okay.
He just didn't want that good looking man to talk to her either.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. See?
Yes.
So while you are complaining about how unfair your situation is, other people are hustling hard in the direction of the better life. Your words with monumental action. You got to act on it. You got to act on it. Number 14. Really, where am I? I'm going to stop right now. Okay, I'm
Hey,
on number 14. I'll continue tomorrow. Everybody, thank you so much for listening to me. Now it's time for reading.
tomorrow? We coming back tomorrow?
No, no, Thursday. Thursday.
Okay, because I've been saying I might have something to do tomorrow. I don't know.
Reading. Okay, I'm trying to point to you. There you go. That's I keep forgetting I'm down. I'm sitting, kind of down because I'm in a different place.
Uh-huh.
And so that's why I keep hitting this thing.
Okay, now
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you why I picked this.
Okay.
My children are always talking about, Mom, you just old. Mom, you just old fashioned. You just old. You just do this. My son got it the other day. His son told him, Daddy, you just don't understand. You too old. Hello. Hello.
They say what goes around comes around, huh?
Hell, yes, it does. Yes, it does. So I said, oh, now who old? The generational gap. You know what I'm saying? That's what it
Uh-huh.
was, generational gap. And it's
Wow.
Generation X and Millenniums. What are
Mm-hmm.
the cultural differences? And like I said, for decades, it's by Adina, a freelance contributor, through Vault magazine. Vault, Fault, not F, not V,
Mm-hmm.
but F. Fault magazine. Okay. For decades, people have looked for ways to compare the different generations.
I'm still
You
here.
might, okay, you
Let me
might. I
see.
was gonna talk to the people. Hello, you might recall how your grandparents would say things like, "Well, our generation never had fancy school buses to take us to school. We had to walk 10 miles." Now, if y'all listen to this, y'all done heard it too, because I heard it too. We had to walk 10 miles uphill both ways in the snow to go to school. Whether you were amused or confused by your grandparents' declaration about their generation superiority, as you have gotten older, you have to admit that there are some definite differences between the various age groups. For example, the Generation X group, which refers to people born between approximately 1965 and 1984. So my son's a Generation X, excuse me, and my daughter's a Generation X, okay, and millennials. Millennials who were born from mid 1980s to around 1996 have several key cultural differences. Technology. A great place to start looking for cultural differences between these two generations is in the realm of technology. As Bridgespan notes, the Gen X group acknowledges and accepts the proliferation of technology and uses it every day, and they might have a love-hate relationship, which is why that with their iPhone or device. In essence, they see technology and are highly aware of it. On the flip side, millennials don't really view technology as something to see. It is ubiquitous, hello, and omnipresent, and like the very air we breathe, it is vital to their lives. That is true. Because my grandson, you can't see him without his iPhone. Can't see it. I can take my PJ. You take his, he can leave it. But that new kid, the new kid on the block, I don't think he can do nothing without checking his phone first.
Wow.
Try to tell you, yes, it's vital. And it's like an appendage. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's connected to him. Okay.
Mhm.
This cultural divide is in regards to technology is apparent in the way the in generations embrace options to different lifestyle and choices. For example, Gen X, Generation Xers who want to quit smoking traditional cigarettes may realize that using an e-cig or a vape is a decent option. No, it's not,
Mhm.
but they may need a bit of time to wrap their heads around the idea of this type of device.
Mhm.
Millennials, however, have grown up with such technology, they don't think twice about buying a vape and giving themselves a tech based option for cigarettes. Attitudes at and about work. The workplace is another opportunity. You really see the differences between these two generations in action. As
Mhm.
King University Online notes, millennials workers thrive in a team setting. They need feedback about their work and they tend to see their supervisors as equal. On the other hand, Generation X workers value their independence and work would rather work alone than in a group. They prefer task-based projects, and they brew promotions, whatever, as rewards for their hard work and dedication. Education. In general, millennials are better educated than the Generation Xers before them. Approximately 4 in 10 millennials have earned bachelor's degrees or higher, compared to 3 in 10 in Gen Xers. When they were at the same age, according to Pew Research Center. As an interesting side note, Gen X women were the first to do better than men in terms of education. In 2001, 3% more women than men had earned college degrees. Thoughts of diversity. For millennials, diversity is a subject that goes well beyond people, different
Mhm.
genders, ages, faith, physical differences, and more. While Generation Xers may feel that the aforementioned definition sums of diversity quite nicely, millennials take a step further and feel that diversity also extends to one's experiences, options, and identities. At the end of the day,
Mhm.
we are all people. It is always interesting to compare, contrast, and the various generations, including the cultural differences. And there is we got 3 generations right here in this house. And
Okay.
there's a big difference. My grandson, Granny, you too old. Granny, why you listening to this music? Granny, why can't we do this music? Why can't you put your hand on my radio again? I'm gonna cut it off. I want to hear some Anita Baker, Al Green, uh, 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 you know what I'm talking about. You know them
Mhm.
people we know. And he wants to hear the bebop and all that kind. I can't do that. It gives me a headache. So on our way to school, every morning I got to hear Steve Harvey and the morning show. But why you gotta listen to that? Why can't we listen to boy? If you don't stick your head out the window and listen to the wind, leave me alone. I ain't got time for this. I'm going to take you to school and I'm going back home where I can have some peace and quiet. And then when we get in and when I pick him up from school, first thing you want to do, turn the radio. Cause ain't no bebop. But, but there it goes. While there are no distinctions between the way somebody in their mid-40s, could have been me, may approach technology, their workplace attitude, diversity, as compared to someone in their mid-20s.
Mhm.
When the chips are down, we are all interesting members of the human race who
Mhm.
brings on strengths, weaknesses, and the proverbial table. Hello. And that is mine for today. The millennials and the Generation X's have it all over us. They got it all over us. Because I'm still writing stuff down. I'm that generation that still writes stuff down that I want to forget it. Write it down. Don't want to forget it. Write it down. They iPhone everything. I got
Uh-huh.
an iPhone, but I don't know how to use it very much. I know how to read on it. Make a
Uh-huh.
phone call and a text. After that, I'm
Hmm.
done.
It's
That's
so
it.
much can be done. You know what? I'm still discovering things that can be done on my phone.
I am too. I
And
am
I've
too.
had this phone probably going on maybe 3 years. I don't know.
Every
But
time,
I'm
every
still
time,
discovering stuff.
yes, every time a new iPhone comes out, no, well, not every time, but the iPhone 4, 5, 6. Well, Gene gets me the new iPhone. And by the
Uh-huh.
time I learn how to do the 4, the
It's
5
time to
pop
get
out.
another.
Yes. Here come the 5. Now by the time I learn the 5, here come the 6. Come on, man. One time, you don't give me no phones. I ask for one. Don't do
All right, you better let him keep on.
it.
Because you can always take that other one and use it. You keep them?
No, I just Real PJ got the first one, and
Oh,
then I
okay.
gave the second one to, well, that only opened the door for him on the iPhone.
Mm-hmm. I think everybody has an iPhone except Lan and me, I believe. I'm still Android, baby.
I'm iPhone all the way because I don't
Uh,
know nothing else. Genius
well,
keep getting me iPhones.
that's all
All right.
right.
Yes, it
That's all
is.
right. What's that song? Just be thankful for
That's
what you
it.
got.
That's it.
Hey,
That's
hey,
it.
God is blessed. We are tremendously blessed.
Amen.
And there's a, like you said, there's a difference in the generations now. Generation
That's
X and the
it.
millennials.
And then the old
There's
folks.
and then us. There's us. There's us. We have our own way of doing things, baby.
Yes, we got our own groove and our own move. Yes, we
Right,
do.
we do. And I tell you, but anyway, Reed, it's been wonderful.
Yes, it is. As always, as always. You
Excuse
good,
me,
Tony?
everybody. I'm just so thankful that God has blessed me, and I just came on down the road, and I'm enjoying it. Especially, Reed, you know what I told you when we were talking earlier. I don't
Uh-huh.
like driving in this area. I just don't
Yes.
like it.
Yes.
And so I wanted to go to the store because I wanted to get some things. And even though Land, everything got here, everything, but something because I wanted me some salmon this morning. And so, and I said, well, the store. I want to go to the store. And she said, well, it's just one right up the right. Did I already say this on air?
No,
Oh, okay. She says one
you
just
told
right.
me.
You just go out and turn right, and then you turn left. And when I'm leaving here or coming here, I'm always looking ahead and looking for my turn into the what is it, the community, or when I'm going out, my turn to get the main street that I'm supposed to turn right on to go and turn and then turn right again and all that. And I've never looked over that way. And she said, Mom, there's one right there. All you have to do, you go out, turn right, then you turn left. And by golly, gee, when I saw where I turned left, I never paid attention to that before. And I saw, and I went over there and I said, I don't know whether it's politically correct or not, but people know I don't mean any harm. But I almost had a happy seizure. I was so happy that store was there. And I just walked in there and I took my
Well, I tell you what, come on down to my town because you cannot get lost. Everything, we
time.
got two whole red lights. Everything's in one row.
Well,
If
I
if
know how
I
to get when
yes,
I
it
get
is. Everything's in one row, baby.
when I get in that area, I know I turn right, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
I turn right and go down, down, and take a left.
Hello, and you
Uh
and you know
huh.
something, and you are in the dead middle of town. You are in the middle of town because you know our town is not big.
Right, Radius 159. Your sister loves you so
I
much,
love
and
you.
everybody. If
Brother
you saw,
Ron said hello late. Larry,
Hello, Elder
don't say
Roland.
hi, Larry.
Hello. And for those
Hi,
who,
Joe Crowder. Hi, Larita.
hello, y'all. Hello. If anybody saw my video last night, it was Eric, my favorite great nephew. You know, is my favorite great nephew. They had their first game, right, Reedy? The first basketball game
No, that's
for the
yes, that was
for the
a
season,
I
right?
don't I
This is his senior year, right?
this is his senior year,
And they
yes.
won that game, and I enjoyed watching Eric play. And then he got the championship ring,
Yes.
and he came up and told me to put it on, and I put it on. I have a picture of that beautiful ring, Eric and me with that beautiful ring, and his mommy
Yes.
holding the ring and
Yes.
everything. So we love you all. We love you all. I love you, Reedy.
Love
We'll talk
you.
later. See you,
Okay, bye.
everybody. Okay.
Thanks, everybody. Bye bye.
Thank you so much. We love you.